What is happening? So today I'm going to do a live trade recap on TWLO. As you may have known over the last couple days, I have been keeping my eye on this one. As you can see from the scan that I listed here, kind of gave my thoughts on this one last night. Fully expecting 33s to base, provided at least the market was stable overall. And once 34s broke out and held, I was definitely looking to get interested in adding in for a day trade and also adding into the swing trade. So just take a look at the information I kind of left there. Scroll back through the chart or through the video there to see, read that a little bit more in detail if you wanted to. But here's kind of the daily as of today. Yesterday obviously we have one less candles, so yesterday it's kind of looking like that, just seeing from the scan. Fully expecting to try and buy a wash this morning, anywhere around the 33 area, giving a full risk on that 31. So that was kind of my plan coming into the day. And obviously we had a pretty awesome day. Once it broke through, that's when I added in the trading account through 34s. Did have some swing in the swing account, and I started adding in there as well in this area. So what I'm going to go ahead and do with this video, you guys go ahead and take a look at it. I'm going to speed it up, slow it down, speed it up, slow it down, and that way you guys get an idea. Skip the lull throughout the day, and I'm going to detail some spots throughout the video, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. And leave a comment below as well if you have any specific questions. So as you guys can see, I have some triangles on there. There's one long there, one there, and one there. So essentially I'm scaling into this trade. First initial entry, I usually like to start in not as big, but I did on this one because I was a little bit more confident. So because of that, you can see this red triangle here where I locked in some on that specific trade. You can also see there where I added the 34.50s, hoping on the first dip essentially to hope it was continuing higher. On that, once it broke through, I was looking to add again, but I really wanted to see the original breakout spot, hold that, and then continue higher from there. So I was perfectly happy at this point waiting to maybe add some additional shares at some point during the day, and then go from there, provided it continues to hold that trend. That's pretty obvious that you can see, from the open till now. Now something comes up here you want to pay attention to. I noticed that I added in there expecting the high of the day to break out. I actually send it, much higher as far as through 36s, through into 36.30s, maybe even the 40s and 50s based off how this reacts. Now, when you make an ad of something like this where it's into the high of the day and the stock doesn't react essentially how you want it to, you need to be cautious. So you can see there where I sold a portion. It started to fail that trend line. And at this point, I decided to take off the day trade portion the remainder once it broke that, because it could easily have gone back all the way down to VWAP. I don't want to deal with that, so at this point I'm out through that day trade, kind of knowing that the lull is coming up through the day, and I'm fine with it at this point going a little bit higher. Made some pretty good profits on it, but I expect to buy this back lower in the middle part of the day. So just kind of be aware of that, as once you make a trade and it doesn't do what you're expecting, go ahead and take it off, because you can always get back in. Coming into the last hour of the day, last 40 minutes, as you can see, I added into that high of the day break, elected to go ahead and take some more profits on the 36.75 push. It's still a little bit early because I like the 12:30 or the 15:30 on the clock here for the breakout, so this is still a little bit premature. I'm not looking to buy into this move. However, if it does wash or snap at any point, I will look into re-add back some shares. So as soon as it makes this pull here, I elect to go ahead and buy into that. I wanted to go ahead and see if I can get a little bit lower, debated adding in some, but with this add I was happy with swinging the remaining shares. So once it's past 12:30 and the 70s I see hold a few times, once I see a little perk on level 2, I'm going to go ahead and add in, looking for that high of the day break. And so there's the close, pretty strong up near the 38s, kind of floating around there after hours. So as you can kind of see, once it made that specific move in the morning, held that trend until that trend broke midday, which I edited that portion out. It kind of consolidated a little bit lower. Then the next spot that you wanted to look for, in my eyes, was this break of that downtrend line there. So that's when I started getting interested again, started buying those washouts, as you saw throughout the video. So if we take a look at the daily chart, the 3 days that I was fully expecting, if you read through some of those scans as well, if you're a part of IU, I had this kind of on radar here, took a tiny swing in there and added a lot more today, near the bottom, around 34s or so, around that break, which is fully what I planned on, with about a 10% risk down to 31. So, kind of with this idea, I'm fully expecting, somewhat of a 3-day move, through 40s, through 42s, 45s, and maybe maxing out at about $50 or so. Because once the squeeze starts on these type of moves, it can be pretty powerful. So hopefully you guys took away something from this video. If you did, go ahead and like it, or if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and definitely leave those in the comment section below.